Good morning, grade 2A and grade 2B. It's Miss Charlie for your English lesson today. It is the 31st of March 2020. It's the last day of March. Can you believe it? How time has flown. It has been 3 weeks of online teaching with you. And today we are going to do reading and comprehension. Now we are going to read from your Journeys Common Core book. And I'd like you to go to lesson number 9, page 298. And you will see on page 299 is the heading of the story, which is How Chipmunk Got His Stripes. Now, if you look at a little chipmunk, it's got white stripes on the back of his back. So this is quite a nice story. I read it to Skylar earlier, and he really enjoyed it. So it is written by Joseph Buchanan and James Buchanan, and the picture is by Jose Aguero and Adrienne Devey. So we're going to start reading now on page 300. One autumn day, long ago, Bear was walking. As he walked, he began to brag. I am Bear. I am the biggest of all animals. Yes, I am. I am Bear. I am the strongest of all animals. Yes, I am. I am Bear. I am the loudest of all animals. Yes, I am. I am Bear. I can do anything. As soon as Bear said those words, a little voice spoke from the ground. Can you really do anything? Bear looked down and he saw a little brown squirrel standing on his legs. Can you really do anything? Brown Squirrel asked. Bear stood up very tall. I am Bear. I can do anything. Yes, I can. Can you tell the sun not to rise tomorrow morning? Brown Squirrel asked. I've tried that before, but I'm Bear. I can do that. Yes, I can. Bear turned west to face the sun. It was a time that the sun goes down. Bear stood up on his full height and spoke in a very loud voice. Sun, do not come up tomorrow morning. At his words, the sun began to disappear behind the hills. You see, said Bear, the sun is afraid of me. He's running away. But will the sun come up tomorrow morning? Brown Squirrel asked. No, answered Bear. The sun will not come up. Then Bear turned to face east, the direction of where the sun always used to come up. He sat down. Little brown squirrel sat down beside him. All night they did not sleep. All night Bear kept saying these words. The sun will not come up tomorrow morning. Ugh, the sun will not come up tomorrow morning. But as the night went on, little brown squirrel began to say something too. He said the words, the sun is going to rise. Oh, the sun is going to rise. Oh. Page 304. All through the night they sat there, one by one. Other animals began to gather around them. Fox and wolf, deer and moose, rabbit and porcupine, hawk and owl, otter and beaver, frog and turtle, and even little mice came. They wanted to see who would be right, bear or brown squirrel. This is what the other animals heard. The sun will not come up. Ugh. The sun is going to rise. Ugh. The sun will not come up. Ugh. The sun is going to rise. Page 305. Finally, just before dawn, the time went when the sun always used to come up. Look, said Turtle, a little bit of red is starting to show. Yes, said Owl, I believe the sun is going to rise today. Bear chanted louder, the sun will not come up today. Oh! But right next to him sat little squirrel and piped out, the sun is going to rise. 306. And the sun came up. The birds sang a welcoming song. The bright light of a new day spread all over the land. Everybody was happy except for one animal. That animal was Bear. He sat there with his head down and grumpy look on his face. Now, grumpy look is when you frown and you're not happy. The happiest animal of all was little brown squirrel. The sun came up, he chirped. The sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up. Brown squirrel was so happy that he forgot his wise old grandmother had told him when he was very young. Brown squirrel, his grandmother said, it's good to be right about something, but when someone else is wrong, it's not a good idea to tease them. I'm going to repeat that. Brown squirrel, said his grandmother, it's a good thing to be right about something, but when somebody else is wrong, it's not a good idea to tease them. Now little brown squirrel began to tease Bear. Bear is foolish, the sun came up. Bear is silly, the sun came up. Bear is stupid, the sun... Whoom! Bear's big paw came down onto little brown squirrel, pinning him to the ground. Bear leaned over with his huge mouth. Yes, Bear growled, the sun did come up. Yes, I did look foolish. But you will not live another sunrise. You will never tease anyone else again. Because I am Bear, I am going to eat you. Brown squirrel thought fast, you are right, eat me. I was going to tease you. I would like to say I'm sorry before you eat me, but you're pressing down on me so hard that I cannot say anything. I cannot say anything at all. I cannot even breathe. If you would just lift up your paw just a little bit. If you would lift up your paw just a little bit, then I can take a deep breath and I can apologize before you eat me. That is a good idea, said Bear. I would like to hear you apologize before I eat you. Page 310. So Bear lifted up his paw, but instead of apologizing, little squirrel ran. He ran so fast toward the pile of stone where he had his home. He had a tunnel underneath those stones and a nice warm burrow underneath the ground. Little brown squirrel's grandmother stood at the door waiting for him. Hurry, brown squirrel! Hurry, brown squirrel! Hurry, hurry! Page 313. Little brown squirrel dove into the door of his home, but Bear was faster than he looked. He grabbed for little squirrel with his big paw. Bear's long, sharp claws scratched squirrel's back from the top of his head down to his tail. Page 314. But brown squirrel got away deep down in his burrow where Bear couldn't get him. Brown squirrel curled up next to his grandmother and slept all winter with those scratches on his back healed. 316. When spring came again, little brown squirrel came out of his hole and looked at himself. There were long, pale stripes all the way down his back where Bear had scratched him. He was a brown squirrel no longer. He was now a chipmunk. That is how Chipmunk got his stripes. Ever since then, Chipmunk has been the first animal to get up every morning as the sun rises. He scoots to the top of the tallest tree and sings, the sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up. And ever since then, Bear has been the last animal to get up. He doesn't like to hear Chipmunk's song. It reminds him, and it reminds us all, that no one, not even Bear, can do everything. What a wonderful story. There are so many lessons to be learned from the story. I honestly mean it. It is really, truly a wonderful story. And I think a person's got to look at it and go, why would little Chipmunk like to tease somebody all the time? Because when you tease somebody, it hurts their feelings. And you call it bullying. So if you're a little person that likes to tease somebody, you're still a bully. If you're a big person and you like to bully, well, we've got a problem. So today's lesson is about how Chipmunk got his stripes. And as I said, it's in your Journey's core book, page 298 to 319. It's in your Journey's Common Core book, pages 298 to 319. The comprehension skill that we're going to learn today, or that I'd like you just to sit at home and chat to your mommy and your daddy and ask them for advice here, is Tell us more about the characters, the two main characters. Tell us more about Bear and tell me more about Chipmunk. Um, what do you think of Chipmunk? What do you think of Bear? Um, tell me about the important events as you read it, okay? What does Bear say and do? And what does it say about him? Okay, so in my opinion, Bear, because he's such a big animal, he's so used to getting his way and being able to say things to people and get away with it. Okay, because of how big he is. Then little squirrel comes along, who was a squirrel before he got the stripes, and he says, "Can you do this? Can you actually tell the sun not to come up tomorrow morning?" And Bear says, "Yes, I can. Watch." And then they sit the whole night and they wait and they wait and they wait. But then the sun comes up and Squirrel starts teasing and he starts teasing. And in the story, I'd like you to tell me what you think was right of Squirrel to do and what was not right. So just a few things. Let's just go quickly to why there are certain words that are repeated in comprehension. It's called repetition. Okay, repetition means that it makes words you read have rhythm or beat. Repetition also helps you to understand the part of the story. On page 300, Bear repeats, "Yes, I am, yes, I am." Because he kept saying, "I'm so strong, yes, I am, yes, I am." This helps you to understand that Bear brags a lot because he's so big and he gets away with whatever he wants. Okay? Going further, can you tell me what do Bear and Brown Squirrel do when they have a problem? Can you tell me about each character? How could Bear and Squirrel have handled this problem differently? So that's your comprehension. I've added the hyperlink to the YouTube video that you can watch this story that's being read by somebody else if you don't have your books, as most one mommy said. It's very important. The genre of the story is a folk tale, is a kind of traditional tale. This is a folk tale. As you read it, look for the simple plot that teaches a lesson. Animal character who talks and act like people. Okay, so that is our comprehension for today, grade 2A and grade 2B. I hope you enjoyed this as much as what we did reading it this morning. And it teaches us that we must never tease each other and that we must be kind and loving. Okay? Now I'm going to post your lesson shortly. Let me upload the video and I hope you have an awesome afternoon. Mwah.